So they are so important in our lives so much. But it is located in the west. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the subject of this video is the importance of forests. Importance of forests. Of course, when I say the word forest, means trees. We understand? Like, what is forest? It is a large group of trees which is all together. So, today we're going to discuss the importance of forests. But before we start, in as usual, I have one question to ask you as usual. And the question is, in which part of East Africa is Rwanda located? There, you have 10 seconds to reply. So guys, the answer is located in West. So it is a country of East African country, but it is located in the West. So as you're done with the question, let's go now to the subject. Remember that the subject was importance of forest. Firstly, what is forest? Forest is a large group of trees which are grouped together. It's like a large group of trees, a lot of trees which are together, grouped together, so they call them forests. So we're going to discuss the importances of forests. But first, if we mean forest, yeah, like forests are there, but then also trees. We say maybe trees need water and light to survive. Plants and trees also are there. So if they need water and light to survive and warmth also to survive, so it may be that stops. They can die. So what can we do again? We can again replant. It is so, but firstly, there we need also sometimes there's something that we call deforestation. What is deforestation? Can you guys there guess what is deforestation? Okay, if you can guess, you have just 5 seconds. So guys, deforestation is cutting down trees. It is the cutting down of trees. But then deforestation is bad because you cut trees. And then there is the importance of trees. Let's first discuss deforestation, about deforestation. Okay, deforestation is also bad because there are important, trees are really important. And you know that importance, I'm gonna explain after this. So they are so important in our lives so much. So when it is deforestation, it is bad. But then it is one side bad and then one side good. Let's talk about that after the importance of trees. Let's go now to the importance of trees, guys. So the first importance of trees it's because it is the source of oxygen. Forests, which means a large group of trees. So trees are source of oxygen. How? This is science. Trees need carbon dioxide. In trees, there is what we call food chain. So, food chain is a feeding relationship between plants and animals. So, trees also includes there. So, what do you mean? How do they get carbon dioxide? From, yeah, those things you throw in them, their food chain. So, it is where they like, it's like what you see, trees are eaten by a caterpillar, and a caterpillar is eaten by a bird, and the bird of course, can be eaten by a lion or another thing, or a lizard, something like that. Or maybe flies can be eaten by lizard. Flies are eaten by a lizard, then a lizard can be eaten by another animal. It's food chain that we are seeing. So trees get in carbon dioxide. Like as we give them water, they like get it in their like leaves. Also, they also get like that carbon dioxide. Instead, carbon dioxide is oxygen, so we can see it. We can even see it with our own eyes. So it get in oxygen as we get in oxygen when we are breathing in. That's what we call inhalation. Then exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. That's how also trees are. But then it is not oxygen because as we bring in oxygen and we remove carbon dioxide. But then it is the opposite. For trees, they bring in carbon dioxide and they like move out oxygen. So they give us oxygen. As they breathe it, as they get carbon dioxide, of course, when they are again inhalation, but that's for only humans. We can say that for trees. Inhalation. Then for us, it's exhalation, and for them also it's like that. So they move out like oxygen, which help us breathe. That's why when you see when you were in a land with a lot of trees, a lot of grass, there is a nice smell because why? It is a lot. It's a group of trees within a forest, and it's like get in carbon dioxide and get out oxygen so you can get oxygen to breathe. That's the first importance of trees. It gives us oxygen. The second importance of forest, it is because it is house of some animals, especially of wild animals. Some animals because there is wild animals and domestic animals. What is the difference of those two? Wild animals are animals which live in forests. In forests, in a group of trees, a large group of trees. And then domestic animals, of course, are animals which live with human beings. Rabbits, a rooster, pig, cow, a dog, a cat, and so on. That is the difference between wild animals and domestic animals. So, forests are home for wild animals because that's where wild animals live. If you look badly, wild animals can even eat you just in one bite. So, wild animals live in forests where they can find their food chain, what are called food chain. Because, see, maybe it can be like this: grass, grass can be eaten by a cow, and a cow can be eaten by a human being. That is a food chain. So grass is eaten by a cow. Of course, grass is eaten by a cow. And then a cow is eaten by us. It's the same. It's like grass can be eaten by what else? Maybe a rabbit. And then us, we eat also a rabbit or a rooster, especially a rooster. Everyone loves it. So, yeah, that is food chain. That's what we call food chain. So if wild animals also live there, it's because on trees. So for example, caterpillars live on trees, right? So caterpillars, which means like leaves, are eaten by caterpillars, and then caterpillars can be eaten by a bird because birds go in trees. Sometimes birds go in trees because that's where they live, and also they go in trees to go to search for food. Their food are caterpillars. So sometimes they can eat from trees or on the ground. So that is food chain. So that's where wild animals go to see. It may be a leopard can eat a beetle. It's a small animal, so it can be eaten by a lizard. Exactly. So yeah, this is food chain. So they go to live there because they can find out food chains, and then even us. So when they live with us, they can like eat us in one bite. So that was the second importance of forests is because they are home for some animals, especially wild animals. The third importance of forest it is because they attract tourists. So tourists in a country they are very important. Why? Because when they just come to go to visit some forests where they have good trees, good land, where you can even do a picnic. Yeah, they give out money. And when they give out money, they give it to the government, of course. And then the government use that money to build schools, to build roads, to build like all these good things you see. So that is from the money that you get from tourists. So let's go back now on deforestation. Deforestation, if we cut down trees, which means we won't have again tourists, and which means we won't have again money to build these nice roads, to build some houses, some schools, etc. No, we come back later. So they attract tourists, of course, which gave us money and they help us as a country. So forests are really important, even national parks and so on. So the least importance of forests, they give us wood. That's why we're gonna discuss about deforestation. Remember that deforestation is the cutting down of trees. And then when you cut down those trees, of course you understand that one side it is good and then another side it is bad. So the side which is bad is because some of the importance of trees it is that they give us oxygen, they are homes for animals, so which means if we cut down trees, of course, animals can come to live with human beings, which means they can eat us. That's a bad thing. The second, we can get oxygen. We can just get carbon dioxide. Because let's first imagine if all the trees were cut down. Between carbon dioxide and oxygen, what will like which between those two? What is the one which like increase? Of course, it is the carbon dioxide because it doesn't have no trees again to like trees can like get in so that they can give us oxygen. So oxygen will be less than carbon dioxide. So, which means like what? That side is people maybe they won't again be homes for wild animals, so they will come to live with human beings and then they will eat us. And then the third one, the second one, it is that we don't want to have again oxygen. And the third one is we don't have again tourists, and we want to again have money so that we can build our roads and our houses and our things. But there is a solution for that. But before we go to the solution of deforestation, let's go to the side which is good. So the side which is good is because when you cut down trees, we get of course wood. So which means important of trees because they give us wood. When they cut them down, they give us wood. Wood, the tables that you have at home. Some of you has like metal tables, but especially a lot of people have like tables and chairs made from wood. So those woods are from what? From trees, of course, because they go and then they sharp them really nice so that they cannot they cannot bite you. So which means what? The things that you sit on, the chairs that you sit on, if they are in wood, of course that wood is from trees. So they give us wood to for furniture. So what is now the solution of deforestation? The solution of deforestation is reforestation. What is reforestation? It is planting again other trees. It doesn't mean that we're gonna destroy our houses after 1 year and then we put back trees. No. So that is reforestation, but there is also afforestation. You need to know the difference between reforestation and deforestation. Reforestation is planting again trees where they have been cutted. Maybe if here was a tree, I cut it, and again I plant another tree where that one was planted. That is called reforestation. But then here there was not a tree, and then I plant another tree, which means this is afforestation. So I think the solution is afforestation, not reforestation, because we cannot again destroy our houses and then plant again reforestation. But then if it was like in a land, we don't need to construct, we need to cut them. Maybe trees are died. We can't let died trees. Where are the animals going to find food chain? And if trees are not there, so which means food chain is gonna stop. Because food chain start with trees, with plants. Why? Because plants are producers. They produce their own food to give animals, caterpillars, so that caterpillars can give to birds. prey, predator, customers, reproducers. That is pushing. So yeah, the solution is afforestation, like planting trees where they haven't been and where they have been, but not too large. But we can say plant them. So guys, that's all I had for you in this video. But before we go, let's take a small recap. So I hope I started by asking the question anyone. Where is Rwanda located in the East African map? We have said that the Rwanda is located in the west part of East Africa. Then after we have went to the importance of trees, first of forest I mean. So first, what is a forest? A forest is a large group of trees. Then after we have really went to five importance of forest. The first importance is because they give us oxygen. The second importance is because they are house, they are home for some animals, especially wild animals. The third importance is because they attract tourists, and the fourth importance is because they give us wood. How they give us wood? With deforestation. Deforestation is one side good and then one side bad. How? One side bad is because when you cut trees, importance of trees, they give us oxygen. No more nice oxygen as we smelled, and then we all gonna have tourists. But the solution for that it is afforestation and reforestation. Reforestation is planting trees where they have been cut, but then we cannot cut our houses to plant again trees. But afforestation is more better than it. And then they said that it is good because they give us wood and they give us houses. Your dad, maybe this house where I live, it's my dad like built it. It's an example, right? But it's true. But when if I show you some like photos of how it was before, a group of trees and large. So my dad cut it in so that we can live, so that I can have my own room, so that I can watch TV without any problem, so that I can study online without any problem. Because when I will left, I will still be my sisters. So guys, that's all I had for you in this video, and thank you for watching this video. And as usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you need, and to turn on the notification bell. And thank you for all of you who have been subscribed to my YouTube channel. Bye!